It's been 2 weeks since I've been off sugars. That's the focus of today's talk. So, in order for us to be better than average in our health, we gotta think about what we eat daily. And one of the things that challenges me is eating sugars. Man, I love sugars. I love eating my mom's chocolate chip cookies. I love peanut M&Ms, Jolly Ranchers. I really enjoy Reese's peanut butter cups, chocolate cake, German chocolate cake, tres leches cake. The list goes on and on and on. But you know what? It was time to make a change. When we were in Mexico a couple weeks ago, I saw like the effects of eating so much sugar. They have what's called you go into a grocery store and you just pick up all the sweets you want from this little area, the little sweet area, donuts, sweet bread, whatever it is. And I started picking out my stuff. I ate my stuff. I'm like, I feel different. My stomach is getting bigger. I'm not taking care of myself in that specific area in my life because I eat well. I work out about 5-6 times a week, but my weakness is sugar. It's been sugar for a long time. But now, since I made that decision, it's been a little over 2 weeks, and it's been great. It's been challenging because you know what? My mom's chocolate chip cookies are still in the freezer that I want to go there and eat one. But once you start one, you cannot stop eating them. So we have to eliminate and talk about sugar. And one of the things I remember as a child was having a lot of cavities, because back then, that's when it started for me. I just ate a lot of candy, whatever it was. I would eat a lot of candy, and I couldn't stop, but I would have a lot of cavities. And it did affect me as far as my teeth are concerned. I had like about 10 cavities or something like that. But let's talk about what is it and what does it do? Sugar is an energy source. They are carbohydrates. They're simple carbs, but they're refined carbs where it can cause rapid increases in your blood and sugar levels. But the body responds by releasing insulin to help transport the sugar and into the bloodstream through the cells. But over time, excessive sugar can lead to insulin resistance. And you know, when that happens, your body starts producing, that can lead to type 2 diabetes. It can also lead to a lot of weight gain. If you're like me, my sugar habits show up in my waist. And I don't know if I've said anything yet, but I've gone through 3 appendectomies. So in my stomach area, I had this scar tissue that's been built up for the past 5 years. And getting back to the waist size that I was before, it's very, very challenging. I was a 30, 31, but now I'm a 33, but I don't know if I can change that because of that scar tissue from all the surgery. And so I don't gain weight. It just stores it a lot for fat for me. Of course, you know, the other consequences is dental health. What it does to your teeth, it eats up your enamel. It destroys your teeth. It leaves bacteria in your mouth that feeds on the sugars. You got your gingivitis. This leads to so much different things. To be better than average, think about what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth as far as sugar is concerned. Also, it can also lead to chronic inflammation of the body. And inflammation has a number of things it goes to. It can lead to, it increases your age, in the sense of it makes you age faster. And inflammation builds a body where a bunch of disease lives. And so you're likely to get cancer, and all these other things can definitely increase. But you also got of course, your diabetes, your heart disease, and your fatty liver. About 3 years ago, the doctor told me, I was seeing the doctor that checks out the stomach, endocrinologist, I believe. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But he was telling me, a gastrointestinologist, he was telling me that I might have a fatty liver. How can I have a fatty liver? I drink a lot of water, I work out, I do cardio, I do all these things, but I can probably name it down to the sugar. I was eating a lot of sugar. So he really encouraged me to stop eating that stuff. But that was a while back, and I didn't stop eating it. So I don't know. I haven't gone back for a follow-up appointment for that, but I definitely need to. You think about even your mood health. I know when I eat a lot of sugar, I got that high and I got that low, and I can be kind of moody. I can get kind of frustrated easier. I think I'm in a lot more grip of my moods, my emotions, when I'm not consuming that much sugar. And I think the medical background, the backup for that is there. So, and of course, you got your nutrient imbalance. You got to make sure that, for me, I try to consume my body weight in sugars. I'm about 150 pounds, so I try to consume 150 grams of protein, and then, of course, less carbs, less, actually higher in fat than my carbs. So I'm trying to correct it with that. Now, how do you stay away from it? It's so hard to stay away from sugar, but it comes down to a choice. I'm finding out. You can get all the motivation. You can do all these different things. You can lock up the sweets, or have your spouse lock them up somewhere or whatever, but that's not going to work. The ultimate decision comes down to you making that decision to stop eating sugars. So that's my number one advice, is make a decision to stop eating it. Next, you got to look at the food labels, because when you look at the food labels, you're going to have refined sugars, especially corn syrup. Corn syrup is in everything. So definitely look at those things before you consume them, because that is what's killing us and harming us as people. Another thing is choose whole foods. A lot of people don't know this, but I consume about 8 eggs a day. I believe it's probably the perfect food. But cook at home, prepare your meals. I used to prepare my meals like on a Sunday and have them throughout the week. That stopped when I was a married man. I just haven't done that. But it's definitely possible to regulate your diet by cooking your meals. Definitely, you gotta stay away from Cokes and juices. I quit drinking Cokes like about at least 30 years ago. I don't drink them. I don't like them. I don't let my daughters drink them. Even though they ask for them, I don't know how. I don't let them drink them. So, but also be mindful of condiments and sauces, because those contain a lot of refined sugars. And I have not read this, but I think if you look at the ingredients, it probably has corn syrup, if you haven't looked at them already. Use natural sweeteners sparingly. I gotta get rid of that. Use them very little. That's all I'll say. But I think the most important thing is planning, like I was saying before. Planning ahead before anything. Plan your meals. Right now, I'm gonna take out the chicken. We have fish. I'm gonna start defrosting that so we can have meals for the week for dinner, my family and I. Stay consistent. You gotta fight to stay consistent in what you're doing, whether it's working out, whether it's your diet, whatever it is. Stay consistent with your diet, especially in intaking sugar, because over time your taste buds would adjust and not even crave sugar, and even when you eat sugar, you're not going to want it because your body's adjusted to not having it. Just talking about and incorporating these strategies into your lifestyle, you can gradually reduce your consumption of refined sugars, and enjoy the benefits of a low sugar diet. It's definitely possible. If I can do it, fighting to be above average, greater than average, better than average, I definitely know you can do it too. So let's do this together. Be better than average. Thank you for joining me.